They want to know how I came up from the bottom when it was all lava molten in. It shows that I got them all pondering. I might hit up DJ Ronald then.
This is the Pondra Show. My name is Ronald Okra. In the studio, we have a special guest, a fitness coach, stage dancer, motivational speaker, a young man, God-fearing man. His tenacity to positively change people's lives physically and spiritually makes him gain the respect that he has and the following he has at the moment. And it's just refreshing to gain inspirational, fresh knowledge from young adults such as him. I sure do follow him and I respect him. My brother, Tafadzwa Mpamhanga. Welcome to the Pondra Show for the first time.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Glad to, kind of be in this space and share my, peace.
Man, it's just an honor to have you here. Because sometimes people go like, you have a lot of musicians on the podcast. Just have something different. So I went like, okay, I'll talk to Tafadzwa. He might come, he might not come. Did I?
Hey, I made it. That's the main thing. Like I'm here.
Yeah.
Ready for whatever comes away. Yeah.
It's important. I understand that you're the last born in a household of boys only with two older brothers. Were you the punching bag of the other boys, or you stood up for yourself, man?
You try. When you have older brothers, you try. There's moments
they
where
push you around too much.
Yeah, we understand that big brother is big brother. So, but you try to assert your dominance, and you're like, okay, let me see where I fit in. Yeah. What am I different in? What am I gonna kind of follow and pickpocket from my brothers? So,
but it's a good experience. You learn a lot.
100%.
That's like a life experience before you actually go outside.
Yeah. It's like, I see it as stepping stones. So it's always you have older siblings, brothers, sisters, whatever it might be.
Showing you the ropes too.
Yeah, showing you the ropes, and they make the mistakes first.
Yeah,
so
that's advantage.
You know what I mean? That's the advantage.
The advantage, though.
Yeah,
because I'm the last born actually.
Oh, really?
That's why I do whatever I want.
See.
You see that?
Yeah.
We're always privileged and we're clever.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like it's just an honor because I've always I've just taken bits and pieces from them. They've always tried to be like those mentors in my life as well, and just kind of being like, hey, at the end of the day,
if they push you too much, you go back to mom. How much of mom's assistance was coming through? Hey, boy, stop it.
But that's the beauty of mom, because like mom was just like, she's just strong. She sets a foundation that no matter what you're going through, understand that there's moments where you're just gonna need to call on God, but also there's nothing too big that you can't handle. You know Beautiful. What I mean? Because if we're able to come here as like immigrants, it's one of those situations where we could make it anywhere. You know what I mean? So I feel like that sets a big standard for just accomplishing more. You know what I mean?
How's the relationship with the boys at the moment?
It's good. Yeah, it's just
they're doing well.
Yeah, it's just everyone's.
Are you a good uncle, man? Because Tawanta's kids, man. You need to take them around, man. You're buying presents now. You've got an extra person to buy presents for.
I get you.
Yeah?
It's all about favorites. She's more of what's called auntie's favorite.
All right.
Girl,
Yeah.
Uncle's trying. Even though uncle could try a little bit better, uncle's getting there.
All right. You're getting there.
Yeah, it's just all about it's different because it's not like a friend's child or something. It's your niece.
Yeah.
And it's your first niece, so you're like freaking out. You're like, what do you like? Why are you crying?
Yeah.
Why do you like me?
You're allowed to babysit and all, yeah?
Hey, yeah, but it's just, one eye open, making sure,
Where are you? They'll text you all the time.
Text me, looking around, if they're around the house. What are you all doing? You better not be feeding her something.
Look, when I first had my first kid, you text everywhere. Wherever I left Ryan, I would text whoever who is with him or with the boys and stuff like that. But I'm always interested to hear background story from like you. This is the first time for you to be on the show, yeah.
Yeah.
And so tell us, where you were born, your family structure, and how you migrated to Australia, if you want.
All right. Well, I am 22 years of age. From Zimbabwe.
What's your real name? What's your date? What's your birth certificate name? Because they call you on Instagram. I always say it's Ta Taffy.
Yeah, Ta Taffy. Yeah, that's my Instagram, Ta Taffy, or my fitness page.
Yep.
It's Taffy Fitness.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Tafadzwa Alpha Mpamhanga. That's my government. Alpha, yeah.
All right.
I think it's just I don't know how it worked out. I'm the last born.
Yeah,
but I have the name of a firstborn. So
yeah.
you know?
That's strong though.
So it's like it's strong and powerful, and like I feel like it just there's a lot that plays into the factor of like my upbringing. I would say because I came here in 2004.
Yeah.
But it was like just all the little bits of family, aunties, uncles that played a big factor in terms of my upbringing and how I structured my life.
All right.
There was a lot of stages because I used to be very mischievous when I was younger.
Okay.
So it was like...
How about culture shock? You came from Zimbabwe coming here, yeah?
Yeah. So coming here was...
Or it was okay anyway?
It was okay, but it was okay because I was so young.
Yeah,
so that's the thing. But like, you end up losing a lot, but not knowing, because my friendship group was Aussies. You know?
Okay.
So that was the biggest thing that I didn't. I just knew that these are people I'm hanging out with all the time.
And it's good too because you just catch up with what's going on.
100%. You understand.
We came here. I came here when I was like 21 or something, and trying to catch up with because it was after teenage years and I'm a young adult and stuff like that. It was difficult,
definitely.
but it was okay.
Now for me, it was okay because I feel like because they always say that when you're younger, when you're a child, it's easier to merge into a culture that you might not know was a culture. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know Aussie culture was different from Zimbabwean culture and all that. You know?
Yeah.
It was just more like because I was raised here. That's the one thing that I'll say that is different in terms of like understanding. Because when I came here, I was just like, just growing up, I was like, okay, I have my Zimbabwean friends or church friends, and then I have my school friends. But it wasn't like I saw them any different. It was just like that's just life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's just normal. Yeah,
that's just the normal life. So I was like, it wasn't really like one of those situations where I was like, I'm gonna
between they say something in hard rock.
Yeah, it's
there's a saying. Don't worry
I know
about
the saying you're saying, but
religious too. Yeah, you grew up. Your mom very religious.
Very,
you grew up.
I
used to come to church too. You know.
Hey, my mom grew up in the church,
which was good.
100%, yeah. So mom grew up in the church, Seoja, and it was like big. It was big in terms of setting that standard. She would pray every night. Even when I was younger, 4 or 5, you could hear those prayers. You're playing with your toys, you're playing with your Hot Wheels or whatever, or I'm in my brother's room playing FIFA or something on his Xbox.
Exactly.
And it's just like and you could hear mom praying because it was like my mom's biggest instillment was that I'm planting a seed in my children.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And I want that seed to sprout into something big and beautiful that they don't even know. And if there was something
subconsciously too.
Yeah, subconsciously. And it was one of those things that like me, for example, when I was younger, it was a bit hard because I had a lot of like issues, like reading issues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like learning difficulties. So it was one of those things that my mother praying into it. Like my child will be the head and not the tail. I remember that so vividly that she kept on repeating that every day. Every time I was...
Did you understand it though when you were that young?
It
was difficult.
It was difficult because what you're seeing in reality versus what is happening in the spirit are two separate things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a child, you're seeing what's happening in what was called the flesh.
You want to directly saying, okay, that's spiritual. You want to direct seeing it, and touching it and stuff.
Because I didn't know. I didn't understand. You know what I mean? It was like I know God, but I only know God from Sunday school.
Yes.
And it's different between that and understanding what my mother's actually praying into.
And the lifestyle itself,
And when I was going to school, it was hard because for me, it was just like, it felt like my heart was always in pain because it felt like you're getting bullied by other people your age,
exactly,
all that kind of stuff, and they don't understand you.
Did you get bullied at school?
Now it was more like, because you don't know.
Oh, just a normal bullying. Yeah, just a normal one. Yeah.
You wouldn't know as a kid because it's one of those situations where it's like, oh, can you read this or can you do this? Yada yada yada.
Then you can't really.
You're like trying to put the words together, but you're
sure,
like sweating. And
I'm sure anxiety will kick in because you go like, will I do it right and stuff like that.
And even if you know what it's
what's written there, it's
just because that happens, and then once you can't do it,
you feel intimidated.
It feels like people are laughing around you. Even if they're not.
Wow,
you know what I mean? Because I would say my school friends were supportive, but it was just like what is it called?
Sometimes if you put on the spot,
put on the spot. I can't.
Yeah,
it feels like they're against me, even if they weren't.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it became a big thing that my mom was always praying into those kind of things because what happens in the flesh is not the same is not the same as what's going to happen in.
How did you deal with it? Like now, are you great?
I feel like what helped build my confidence was going back to Zim.
Wow.
Because I remember year 4, I was meant to be held back, and then I ended up going to Zimbabwe for 2 years, and I went to a private school, and it was just kind of like learning at your speed. You know what I mean? And the best way to build up a child's character is to help them learn that you can do it, but you don't have to do it trying to copy or what is it called? Match someone else. Because if someone else has learned so much and it's easy for them to
recollect something in them.
Information is different.
Learning ability is always different, man. I'll tell you. Yeah, I was a slow reader. I used to learn things slowly, so I understand how my kids. So sometimes when the report comes, I'm like, yeah, okay, child.
That's how I felt. It's literally like, because I was like, I didn't have high hopes, which I would say does affect you when you get older.
All right.
Because your disappointment level is a little bit lower, but like in terms of overcoming certain things, you have a drive now.
Yeah, because you always trying to sort of like which word can I say? You're always trying to accomplish stuff. So you're always focused on if something comes, look, if it happens to happen, but anything I've already experienced.
Yeah, I'm ready. That's
beautiful.
That's how I felt from there to now. I feel like that was an important part of my upbringing and what is molding to me right now, because when I did come back, it was like, because I went back to the same school.
All right.
Because it was a college. It was like primary and
secondary. Yeah.
So it was just help because all my friends saw me and they're like, and they're exciting. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they saw the difference between how I spoke, how I brought myself, and kind of like how I carry myself overall. You know what I mean? I was very like, I wasn't timid, but I was very like fearless. So even if a situation came where I might not understand something, it was like, okay, in the moment,
I'll take time.
You know what I mean? I'll go through it because I remember I just came back from learning at my own speed and coming back here. It's different because it's back to learning at everyone else's speed.
Wow.
You know?
Love that.
But it plays a big factor for me because I felt like I was able to take a step back. I was able to. I remember this was the changing point. It was, I would say, year 10, year 11. Start of year 11 was a changing point. I remember I was going to my year 11, but I was a school house captain, like sports.
All right. Yeah.
And that was this moment where it was kind of like, God, if you want to use me, use me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't ready to be a leader because, like I said, I became very timid and anxious when I was younger. But now I'm like, okay, if I really want to step out and become whoever I'm meant to be as a leader, it starts now.
So how was the experience when you were first given the role?
It was challenging. Honest truth, it was challenging. But it was
practice every day.
Yeah, I was like speaking in front of people
all the time.
I think what helped was understanding that your first speech is not gonna be the same as your last.
All right.
So my first speech in year 11, and then going into the end of year 11 was 2 different speeches.
Wow.
I built more confidence. And then going to year 12, I was a school prefect.
Wow.
So that helped me as well to through year 12, I felt confident because any situation, any year level, I was literally like, in terms of the school, year levels loved me just because of the kind of like leadership aura that I brought. And the genuineness I brought.
And the positiveness that you have.
100%.
I told you when you came up behind the scenes, I was like, wow. You just make the podcast feel good, man.
Hey, it's all him. That's the best way to explain it, because like I feel like that's one of the things that actually, honest truth, that I tell you guys, I prayed for that. It was one of those things that they say that behind closed doors, if you know that, I always say this, when you go home, it's you and you. You know what I mean? You might have a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever. But you got to understand, once you go into your room, once you get into that bed,
you give yourself time.
You give yourself time
to yourself to talk to God too, yeah?
And you understand that there's more. And you understand who you are. They say that God gives the toughest battles to his strongest warriors.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But understanding that is so important, because you understand that, okay, every little piece of me, if one thing changed, the person I am today could be completely different.
Yeah, that's true.
So I take that every single day, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep praying into this, and I'm gonna wear it like, you know, like it's my identity, but at the same time, not let it shape me.
Okay.
I'm gonna wear it, but I'm gonna show you guys with this little that I have.
Yeah, what you've just said. What did you say? You can wear it, but
you can wear it
doesn't
but
shape
it doesn't shape you.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because you are the one who makes that thing, that item, that whatever it is, that moment even, what it is. You can change or mold any situation to be a positive one just with your energy, aura, and mindset.
Wow.
That's how it is. So I always saw it as a perfect opportunity to kind of, you know, rewind. And then once I came into leadership, it was like, okay, I can do this. I have no fear. When I got to year 12, I had no fear in my heart.
Then you can apply it in your life as well.
Yeah, that's what helped me get into this industry as well.
How did you initially get into fitness coaching and all?
Well, first of all, I'd love to thank my careers advisor at Bayside Christian College. Shout out Bayside Christian College.
All right.
But they were like, oh, you guys are into sports, and we're doing a careers, like kind of like careers day. And I just remember we're just kind of putting down, okay, what kind of interests do we have? What kind of, you know, things do you want to get into? If you want to get into trades, this is how you get into trades. These are vet course for it. And I was like, I want to do something sport related, you know, because I didn't really know what to do. That's like all of us. We don't really know what we want to do, but we want to do something
hormones are
different.
kicking in at that
100%.
time too. Wow.
That's how it is. So I was like, I want to do something in the fitness industry. An important role in terms of molding me and getting me into that industry, that I did the Cert 3 in fitness and I loved it. But then, of course, I couldn't do it in year 12 because I had so many other studies that I had to focus on. And it was going to be 2 days a week. So I was like, I went through my year 12, focused more on molding myself and building myself up with leadership. And when I graduated, I was like, okay, I know the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go and do my Cert 4.
Wow.
But at the same time, one of my friends said, you should do the diploma as well. And I thought you know what I mean? I was like, I thought going into there, I was going to go with him.
All right.
Together. Nah, when I started that course, it was me. It was me. I walked in there. I was like, I couldn't find him at all. Luckily, I did have one of my other friends. Shout out Kyle Berry. But yeah, I did have one of my other friends that did help me kind of build my confidence even more, because the thing is, I'm a person that, or at the time, I'm not a person that would be outgoing to a sense of just walk into a room being like, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to be like to myself.
Then
someone talks to me.
I'll answer back.
But like generally I was like, I just like working with the people I know. And it kind of helped me at the start to have him, because he was the opposite. He was just very, very outgoing.
All right, like loud and
loud and outgoing and like, man, in terms of confidence, I was like, man, I'm trying to be like you by the end of the year. And like, that's what happens. Like, honest truth, I built so many connections, so many friends. I learned so much. And when I finished my what is it called?
Set 4
as well, and diploma.
Diploma.
I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Like, let me actually see what kind of areas, what environments I can work in. And then I started working in the industry, and I was like, I remember, this is what a lot of people don't know, how I actually started in the industry. Was I remember I devoted the first 10 days to God. So I was praying and fasting.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't break my fast. I wouldn't what is it called? I wouldn't be too focused on what's happening.
Yeah.
Because income doesn't come like that.
No.
As an
Don't
entrepreneur,
focus on
it's
that.
different.
Yeah.
So I was just focused on, okay, if I give these 10 days to God, then in terms of a new job, then I will prosper. No matter if I'm here for a short time or a long time, I'm going to prosper. And that's how I saw it all the way through. And then I remember that first 4 to 6 weeks, my boss was like, I've never seen anyone having an impact in a club.
Wow.
Not even financially, but in terms of
engagement
and people understanding.
You were just a lovely person, man. Your aura itself, do they call it the aura?
Yeah, it's aura. Yeah.
When you walked in and just felt like comfortable.
You kind of said,
it's like I will tell you all my secrets before you even ask them. Yeah,
that was actually one of the big things, because I remember when I was when I was a youth, and it was I used to go to like youth group, and that was one of the things that the pastor said to me. I remember this one time it was a moment of worship, and he just called me out, and he was like, he just said this. I actually have the voice recording. I keep it on my phone all the time.
All right.
And I just rewatch it when I'm kind of like low. But he was like, where you go, the atmosphere changes.
All right.
You know what I mean? You set the atmosphere.
You do.
You know, because you're such to an extent, you're such a leader that you can take that bad situation. Like I said before, you can wear it, but you don't let it mold you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it becomes so important to you that you understand, okay, cool, this is what I can do. I can walk into any building, any setting, and as long as I'm me, and I'm confident in myself, I can change that environment. You know what I mean?
I love it.
So it became such an important factor, because now anyone can ask me for help. Anyone can do talk to me about anything, and I'm just like so outgoing without any worries.
Yeah, because if you wasn't gonna do like fitness coaching, what were you thinking of other pathways? Which other pathways were you thinking?
Honest truth, the biggest thing was just mom saying backup. You know, because I just wanted to play football. That was my main focus. I was like, I'm gonna play soccer. That's what I'm going for, wholeheartedly. Yeah. And it was one of those situations where it was just like, okay, backup. And the problem is, if you focus on too many backups, you don't focus on your main
one,
passion. So it was one of those things where it was this, or I felt like nothing, because I was a very stubborn child.
I didn't notice that.
You wouldn't notice it.
Just quiet, when you grow up. But when you're telling me now, I'm like, okay.
Hey, but that's what they say. Like even your silence says a lot.
All right.
You know, your silence speaks volumes.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, that I was a person that was silent, but you'd want to get me to do something. I was like,
you would want to do it.
I won't say anything, but you'd be like, why is he not doing it? Come on. It's not that hard.
But the person who wouldn't tell you like, can you do it? They'll be scared. They'll go like, I'll leave him. If he probably doesn't want to do it.
100%.
And also soccer is within your family. Tawanda was playing soccer and your other Terry.
So it's just like, it was just one of those things.
You still play soccer?
I still play. I still play for fun, but I ended up, I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago, randomly, one of my old clubs I played for when I was younger, they were like, we need players, and then you can play the rest of the games for the season. Don't worry too much about all the other stuff. We just need a player, and if you want to play the next season, let us know. You'll be one of those like players that we will need, a crucial player in a sense. But it was like one of those situations where I was like, I thought I was done. I thought I was done. You know, I was just playing for fun. But I was like, I'm not gonna play outdoor. It was just indoor soccer. You know what I mean? Just cardio. Keep my cardio high. But I was like, man, okay, if this is what it's meant to be, I'll do it. You know?
You still do dancing?
Yeah, like it's
crazy videos I saw about it. Yeah, man.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Because the thing is, as an athlete, it's hard because you're balancing so much. You know what I mean? Because I'm also focusing on the fitness, soccer,
and you're very active. You know what I mean?
Like, wow. I got to, because I always say my biggest thing is what you do now is going to shape you for your next 10 years, right?
Yeah, true.
So the common traditional saying is important to think about, because if I'm active, if I'm learning about recovery, health, if I'm understanding like the 10% rule, you know what I mean? Then I understand that it's important to make sure I'm recovering. It's important to make sure that not trying to mimic the next person.
All right,
Because at the end of the day, that person might be Ronaldo.
True.
I'm not Ronaldo.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't have the luxury of having the top tier sports physicians,
the massages
massages all the week, every week.
And those freak things they go into, you know what I mean?
I don't have that like hydrotherapy and stuff.
Yeah, jeez.
So it's just understanding that for me, it's how can I make recovery that one help me, but also help my clients and the general population to understand what to do in terms of recovery, in terms of not pushing themselves, helping their bodies learn the technique over like overworking and kind of maximizing your workload.
True.
It was just one of those things where you just gotta be
because the question here was, I was going to ask you about all that. I was going to say, tell us about what you do now in terms of fitness and in the fitness and health organization, and do you have like a private practice as well that you do like privately, apart from just working for the gym and stuff?
Yeah, no, definitely. Because what
can people come to your place for gym as well and do all that?
We can go anywhere, because I'm a person that was big in lockdown. I loved parks, because the thing is, there's something different about being in an environment that's so open,
All right.
Parks have so much fresh air, so much different environments, cold, hot, all that kind of stuff. It's really good, one for your cardiovascular. At the same time, it's really good for in terms of your mindset. Mindset.
Yeah.
Because you don't feel like you're compact in the four walls.
I know what you mean.
I
know exactly what you mean.
And it gets draining being inside, because you don't get vitamin D. You literally feel like you're...
Yeah, even your breathing, how you breathe when you're outside is different.
It's different because you have so much breathing space.
Yeah.
It's not kind of like, it's not man-made oxygen. In terms of like
outside,
fans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Outside it's natural. It's from the tree, so you actually get good oxygen in, and you exert good oxygen out, so you can kind of like learn to breathe well and maximize.
All right.
So what I do, going back to your question, what I do is I make sure that I kind of have a plan of how I'm gonna structure my week in terms of my recovery, because it is good to focus on others, like your clients, but understanding how to focus on you is gonna be beneficial for both of you guys.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a balance, it's a work-to-life balance.
Because I was gonna ask, because if you do fitness training, do you train with the what's the client is doing whatever they're doing? Are you training as well, or?
Yeah, so I find time.
Because you can have a client who comes 4 days a week, or some clients come 2 days a week, and some clients don't. Yeah,
I get
so
you.
do you work with the clients at the same time or different times and stuff?
So what I do is...
And give yourself time as well to exercise.
I get you. What I do
time
is
management.
I try and find a balance. So if I know this week might be hectic, I'm going to choose 3 days.
What's a hectic week for you?
So a hectic week is probably a week where I know that I'm going to have to wake up. I have to have sessions in the morning. So splits. I have sessions in the morning, sessions in the evening. You know what I mean? I might have that break in the middle, maybe sneaking a quick nap or something like that.
Right.
But like I know that that's what I would consider a hectic day.
To rest.
Because any other space in between, I'm focusing on programming and planning someone's diet or whatever it might be.
So you also do diet. Tell us what you really do, all of it.
Yeah, so jumping into the whole logistics of it all, it's just understand that everyone's body types are different.
If I call you,
Yeah.
then I'm going like, oh man, I'm looking for like a fitness trainer. Yeah. So I am 40. I'm overweight a bit. So what would you do?
I would first say one, organize a time where we can actually meet in person, because measurements are going to be a key factor. To understand, okay, what are the main areas we're going to focus on in terms of in terms of programming. And I usually go down to 3. Let's focus on 3.
All right.
Because if you're focusing on so much, you as an individual, you're not going to feel like I'm reaching my goals. It's better to focus on certain areas and tone them and help, because what ends up happening is, without thinking about it, you're working in the other muscle groups. The secondary muscles. That's what we call them. Primary muscles, secondary muscles, and like the third, fourth, yada, yada, yada muscle groups are all going to be important in terms of you having longevity in terms of your training. In terms of dieting, I first understand what you can and can't eat. What are your limitations? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you might be a person that you can eat anything, which makes it easier for me. Or you're a person that, okay, I eat limited things. I'm a vegan or vegetarian. But at the same time, I'm a person that these are things I snack. I love chocolate. I love this. So we want to eliminate. First, I want to understand what you can eat and what are your eating habits. So I'll send you a sheet that will be like eating habits, and you just put in roughly the things that you be eating on a daily basis. It doesn't have to be exactly accurate, but that's usually what I do to get my clients to, one, be like, not feel guilty, but like be like, okay, I could do better there. Because it's not helping me. I really want to lose this extra belly fat, but I'm eating a block or 2 of chocolate every single day. I'm eating popcorn. I'm doing this, and I try and find suggestions in terms of alternatives, because sometimes it's not actually the diet. Some people have good diets, but it's the eat too much. Portion sizes becomes the biggest issue. I've talked to a lot of clients where they might be traditional. If for example, they might love curry. Curry is not bad, but the portion becomes bad. Also, because in a week, your body's gonna reject. It's a 21-day rule. Your body's gonna start to reject what you're eating because you're changing your habits. So you're gonna feel. Some people feel sick. Some people just feel like, I can't stick to this. So it's discipline. It's a mixture of teaching.
And you'll be
discipline.
watching all that too.
Yeah, I'll be asking you, because
that's like
I remember
a real job.
I had one of these clients that he had a desk job, right? And he was working all day 9 to 5, and then they had Macca's, because that was the easiest thing to get.
Obviously.
They had Macca's, and they came. Man, when I asked them, he was like, I didn't really eat today. I was like, what did you eat? And he was like, I had Macca's before I came. I was like, cool, we're doing abs today. By the end of that session, that person never got Macca's again before coming. I was like, you can have Macca's on your cheat day, but listen, you're not having Macca's as your pre-workout.
Exactly. Exactly.
I told you can have fruits.
It will change the mentality of dieting.
100%.
So you do, say, muscle toning and stuff, diets. What else do you do? It's sleep routine. Do you talk to people about that?
So understanding rest.
Gist.
Yeah, understanding rest is important, because if a person's training every single day, their body's not going to get enough time to rest, right? True. It's understanding they need to get at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Yeah. Because one, it helps you. Your muscles grow when you sleep. Fun fact.
All right.
So if you're training, say I'm training 5 days a week. The other 2 days I'm not training, my muscles are going to be growing. I just have to keep feeding my body and keep hydrating my body so that I continue to recover well, because when you recover well, you train better.
Yes.
When you sleep well, you train better. When you don't, it's the opposite.
Because I was going to ask you something about that. I think I texted you that one, like the 4 tips of training regime, yeah? And I said, because I was reading it somewhere, I said, I'll have to ask him when he comes here, man. And they always talk about the 10% rule, the one you were talking about. Like they say, be patient with your training. Don't increase your load too quickly. And this will help you prevent injuries.
I'll say the fun fact about the 10% rule is actually that you can do any exercise at a certain weight for up to 30 reps before changing.
What's that?
You can do any exercise, right, at a certain specific weight.
Yep.
Whether it's dumbbells, whether it's a bar, whatever it might be, for up to 30 repetitions before changing the weight.
Okay.
Because what people don't understand is, one thing I've been learning, because the thing is, as a trainer, the most important thing you can do is learn.
Yeah, obviously.
If you feel like you're the smartest person in the room, move. Move. Go into a room where there's people that are smarter than you, people that have successful businesses and stuff. Because what you end up understanding is, okay, cool. I know that this exercise, I'm doing it at 27 kgs. It might be a cable row, right? I'm able to do it 20 to 30, right?
Yeah.
And I'm able to do it 3 times. Okay, cool. I'm able to do it 3 times. Let's try and challenge myself. I'm gonna do a set or 2, or even do all 3 of the sets at 32. Increase the weight. And now I'm doing it at less. I might do 10 to 15. You know what I mean? Or 10 to 12. And then see how you go.
Increase the weight, you can
decrease.
just
So
decrease the reps.
It's kind of like, it's like the whole thing of leveling up. When you level up and you're going up to a certain level, when you go to the next rank, you go back down. It's like the army. You go up. Certain.
That's why you say you need to be able to learn this thing. If you become the smartest one in the room, go like, put this one on.
I'm telling you, we all make mistakes.
And that's where mistakes comes on.
Yeah, that's what.
What do they call it? The 10% rule.
It's just
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't know why.
It's more like just understanding that you want to work. You want to work a certain amount, but you never want to feel like, okay, I'm doing what I'm doing because I want to speed. So I want to increase my weight to speed it up. Because what 10% rule, just understand that you doing that little extra in terms of like I said earlier, technique helps you to maximize your results.
Yeah.
And I say 10%. I say it's also good in a sense of like, important to me is time and attention.
All right.
Which just means the longer you take to concentrate the exercise, the more you feel the muscle engagement. But at the same time, the more you really work those muscle groups.
I feel like I'm already in the gym, man. All right, the second one, because we're doing 4 tips of training regime and stuff. I found it somewhere. Anyway, don't worry about it. The second one, they said recovery is important. Talk us through about recovery.
Recovery is I would say recovery is my number one. Nothing.
That's what you're saying. When you're asleep, that's when
you have to. If you understand that, I had a friend. So I have a friend. He wakes up. I don't know if he still does, but he literally all through lockdown, he was waking up at 5 a.m.
Wow.
Whether it's hot, cold, yada yada yada. 5 a.m. He's training, and he would go to sleep at like 8, 9. Because he was like, and he would literally put his phone on do not disturb. You call him, he goes, he doesn't go through anything. So he would make sure that that's the training, the regime that he has, because he wants to make sure that he maximizes his results. Once you understand that, people will understand it.
All right.
Because they see, okay, this person's working so hard. They see your body, they see the changes, because you're so committed in terms of your own health that you maximize in terms of your recovery. I also say it's important because recovery helps the athlete, the general public, to want to come back. Because a person will feel pain the first time they do anything and be like, I don't want to come back. I don't want to go back. It's been 3 days. My legs are hurting.
And Tafadzwa will ring, Ron, man, come. I'm like, my wife says she's going for a night, man.
Now the worst one is because I have a lot of my clients, and don't be thinking I don't see you guys. And you guys will be saying, I'm sore or whatever, and then I see you out on the night out. Nah. I'll confront you talking about, I thought you said you're gonna be at the gym tonight.
Yeah.
And I was like, but you're here with me. Fun. All right, I'll see you tomorrow at 5.
Yeah, but the third one, they say, do not overcommit, man.
Yeah,
talk about that.
Do not overcommit is more in the factor of, so it's more in the factor of understanding that you want to move at someone else's pace.
Because they're saying, don't expect yourself to be committing too much to at one time. Go at your own pace. And when you find yourself overwhelmed, remind yourself to slow down.
Yeah, I'll say the main thing is understanding that you and someone else are not the same. You know what I mean? I might see a guy that's jacked, you know, he looks like Mr. Olympia, you know?
Yeah, I always say, you are jacked.
But then at the same time, I'm like, okay, but I know my body. Understanding your body is very important because when you understand, okay, these are my limits. My friend might be able to do 100 kg bench. And then I'm not able to do 100 kg bench. True. I'm not trying to ego lift. That's what we call it, ego lifting. Because you're like, oh, no, I can keep up with you. I can keep up with you. And then you end up leaving or
spraying something.
And then you take a longer time to come back. Compared to...
It doesn't help too,
compared to actually focusing on understanding that this is your body. My body's my temple. So how do I want my body to respond? How do I want to make sure that I don't break my walls before?
Because you're saying it now, and when I'm sitting now, I feel like, okay, I think I need to go to the gym and just do what I can do, rather than just going to the gym. Everyone is, buffed up, looking good. Or like, oh, should I be here?
I feel like there's levels to it because yes, but no. Because yes, you should go to the gym and work at your own pace, but don't limit yourself.
Yeah, and encourage laziness.
Yeah, don't encourage laziness. If you know that, what I always say for clients when I get them started is because they don't think about, if you can psychologically make them work, then without them thinking that they're working, then they're gonna do a lot. And I say, okay, do a K. I don't care how long you take to do a K. Just do a K. Once they have achieved that, you're like, okay. They said, oh, I did it in 15 minutes. It's like, but you're focusing on the wrong thing. You just did a kilometer. You not seeing this? And they're like, oh, actually, you're right. I did do a kilometer. I was like, okay, cool. Now you understand that. Let's try and do faster.
All right.
Let's do the same thing, but let's try and get it
change
under that 15 minutes.
And stuff.
Like, let's try and get to 14. Even if you get halfway, 14, 30, whatever. And they go in, and because they're now doing it every single day, they get to say, like, oh, okay. And they're like, I feel like a teacher. Because they're now going like, a couple of
I achieved it.
I did it in 10 minutes. I did it in 10 minutes. Okay, that I did 15 minutes a month ago, I did it in 10. And I'm like, look, now let's go.
It must be exciting for you too.
It's so
no,
100%.
It's just a good feeling as a personal trainer. If you're seeing achievements, even if people fail sometimes, even when you're motivating them to come back, that means.
But that's all part of life.
Fulfilling for you, feel.
Because it's teaching your clients to understand that you're gonna have days where you don't feel like getting up. Like I have a client that I was training today. I'm gonna train them tomorrow morning as well. That their biggest thing is that they feel like they finished. They're like, I'm glad I came. You know what I mean? But that's one of the things that you have to instill in people. Same way other people or mentors, friends, they instill things into you that help you to believe that, okay, I can strive and also help people more than they expect. So
I think you should do motivational speaking.
I was actually talking to someone.
Just open a YouTube page just to try and do that.
I was trying to see if there's
for it.
Because I was talking to someone, they said that you can actually get paid for it. You know what I mean? Talk at things, share your story, share like why you do what you do and all that kind of stuff. Because the biggest thing for me is that I feel like my biggest thing was finding my purpose.
All right.
And I felt like I found it through the PT, the what's it called? Mentoring younger people, the motivational speaking, because it was an understanding that, okay, I'm instilling something into someone else. Same way that my leaders instill things into me, my parents instill things, my siblings, other people, friends, instill things into me to help me understand that, okay, one, don't make stupid decisions, but at the same time, understand that you're gonna fail, but get back up.
Yeah, get back up, man.
Get back up.
Yeah.
That's why I say in terms of training.
Yeah,
in terms of training is one of those things as well.
You're not the first one too.
Hey, that's how it is. There'll be heaps of people. Heaps of people before me, heaps of people after me. And one thing I always write on any book that I start with, from journaling and stuff like that. Actually, journaling helps as well.
All right.
I write on the front of it, it's a Malcolm X quote, which is, knowledge is our passport to the future. And I read that back and I'm just like, okay, this is understanding that like I said before, you want to be the smartest in the room.
That's leave.
Because the person with the most knowledge is going to feel like, yeah, I'm top boy. I'm top boy. I can't do nothing wrong. You cannot tell me nothing. And
That's when it happens, man. I'm telling you.
That's what happens.
So we're talking about 4. We've talked about 3 of them. So we say 10% rule. We talked about 10% rule. We talked about the recovery, the importance of recovery. And we say don't overcommit. And the 4th one, they said fuel your body.
Yeah. Could I actually say one more thing on the 3rd one?
On the 3rd one.
Third one thing I will say is in terms of mental recovery is important. So having those people that you talk to is going to be important. Praying, if you meditating, taking a second to just, I would say, you take so many steps forward that you never actually look back and you're never grateful for what you've actually achieved.
All right.
Because you're focused. I was saying this, actually saying this on a Sunday. You see, in terms of us, we see this. We see everything here in our peripheral. We don't see anything behind us.
Yeah.
And you end up looking back and you're like, okay, I've impacted this many people. I've done this. I've failed here, but I learned to.
I need to change.
You know what I mean? I need to change here, but
you learn.
You become so grateful, not knowing that. You become so grateful knowing that you did so much to this point, and you're able to actually do this. And despite what's happening or whatever is the obstacle right now, you will overcome it.
So you said meditation, praying,
meditation, praying, and talking to people.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just have a conversation.
Mental
sometimes.
freedom is one of the most important things.
Do you do that?
Yeah, I even if I'm not feeling the greatest, I tell people that I trust. It might be just one person.
Just have a chat, even
just
on
have a
the phone.
chat. I try and be very open and honest in terms of how I am, because I'm not gonna sugarcoat how I'm feeling. Because at the end of the day, as men, they always say, as men, we don't like talking. We don't like therapy. We don't like talking to people. But at the same time, we want to focus on understanding that cool. This is how I can shift. This is how I can shift my my life and my situation. Is if I really talk to you and kind of.
Mental health is something that's not really common in probably I would say black people really don't really want to focus on it.
It's because of how we're raised. Because our parents, our gogo sukuru, or for those that might be watching, uncles, aunties, grandpa, grandmas, their situation is that they just knew it as what is it called?
Probably counseling.
Counseling. Well, what is that? It's more like, okay, this is a situation. That's nothing. We have bigger issues. What are we gonna eat?
We've got bigger issues. That's the word.
But that's the main thing. I'll say. Going to number 4.
Fuel your body.
Fuel your body. So fuel your body is important because I would say for me, because I was having muscle cramps. So the main thing is understanding and learning what I should have, what I should do. So ice is hot and cold compression. Hot showers are really good for the muscles as well. Cold showers good for like getting your your blood flowing.
All right,
it helps your skin as well. Swimming, not just swimming, but understanding that you can use a pool for actual exercises. Just general sessions in terms of recovery. Aqua.
What's that one?
So aqua, I was actually teaching aqua class this morning. Fun fact. But aqua is water aerobics. So water aerobics becomes so important because you're using dumbbells of like no weight, literally less than a kg weight. But after doing all these exercises, you feel like you've been carrying a 5 to 10. 15 kg dumbbell, you know what I mean? But like that's the magic in it.
Right.
Because you strengthen your body.
That's aqua.
Yeah, aqua.
Oh well, ask you about it.
I know a lot of people might be like, it's for older people, but if you start now, aqua, I'm telling you, your body's gonna thank you because it's such a beautiful thing that when I teach aqua, I'm like, it's not just helping you, it's helping me. You know what I mean? Saunas. So things like sauna. So actual sauna can help because 5 minutes in a sauna is so good for your muscles.
All right.
Because your muscles
what does it do?
Stiff. It relaxes your muscles, but at the same time because your body gets a lot of tension in it. So it helps the blood flow.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever gone to shock when someone is so for example, when someone gets an injury, let's say Achilles injury or ACL, their leg goes into shock. So there's a moment where the blood is flowing like normal, and then when the shock happens, the blood stops.
Oh.
And then it either moves or it gets kind of like blood clot in one spot where it becomes swollen. That's why people's things become swollen, because that's what ends up happening.
I can feel the pain.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that though. But that's the importance of recovery and what I'm trying to learn every single day
And
more.
fueling your body. I mean, just talk about food and stuff.
Yeah. So even in terms of food, it's like the little things, understanding, because food is an error in terms of you will have good, food choices, but you will cheat your diet. Let's be real.
All right,
you will cheat your diet, and
true.
It's not about I cheated my diet. Let me just keep cheating on my diet. No.
Oh yeah. You come
Understand
back to
that when you wake up the next day, let's get back on it.
Yeah.
Let's get back on it, because literally this could be me. Eating better is gonna be one step closer to my results.
All right.
Even me, I'm on right now I was on a bulk for the last 6 months, and I got to my goal.
Yeah.
But I wasn't eating junk. I would have occasions.
Occasions
But generally, I knew what I was gonna eat and how much I needed to eat of food to get to my actual goal.
All right.
And I kept on. Okay, this is how much it is. This is how much calories, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's in it. And I could log it onto apps that help to make it more simple for me to understand, okay, how can I reach my goal?
All right.
How much am I taking off every single thing?
Yeah,
Fats,
yeah.
What's it called? Proteins, carbohydrates.
So do you watch
all
what
that.
fast you're eating and stuff like that?
I switched. Well, I've been trying to get everyone in the family, especially mom,
It's
because
difficult.
mom loves the traditional.
Obviously,
salsa, with heaps of oil, the veggies,
and oxtail with heaps of
that's
things.
What I'm saying. So what
do you do? Do you go no, mom, not today?
I'm like olive oil. I know it's more expensive, but hey, we're using olive oil. We're using olive oil today. Let's not do this. We're using olive oil.
She must know you made that. Okay, she's aware.
It's expensive, so I want to use too much. No. I bought it
I'll
so you
use
can use it
as much as
I don't care how much it was. Let's make healthier choices, because I'm trying to. When I have kids, I'm trying to see you enjoying life with my kids.
Yeah.
So it becomes important just to understand that there are healthier choices, whether it's yogurts, whether it's fruits. One thing I say is, if you're a snacker, switch from having the casual bars or whatever it might be to having maybe an energy bar, or cutting up fruit. Just cut up fruit the night before. Any random fruits that you love. I say choose 3 fruits that you love. Cut them up, or if they're mandarins, take them out, put them into a container.
Then this one is for
take the container,
snacking.
put it in the fridge. Maybe make 2 of them, and then when you feel like snacking, you grab it. You maybe take it to work. You're like, I need a quick snack. Boom.
Then
grab some fruit. Maybe have 4.
Start doing that.
These are little things that help. Dieting is actually not that hard, because we have the freedom of understanding that there's the eating for health guidelines. There's a lot of people that give a lot of free nutritional advice online. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of it. And that helps me in terms of, because I want to do more food things. It's just when I do food things, it might not come out the way that I want it. I'm like, I like this, but the general person might be like, what am I looking at?
Nah, it's to stick to fitness training.
You have to understand that you're just helping people with little things. If I can help you,
life-changing, actually.
I just need you to get a foot in to fueling your body. The rest, you need to be able to understand that, okay, I gave you the leverage. Now what are you going to do with the leverage? Are you going to let that leverage die? Or are you going to leverage some more to a stage where you understand, okay, this is what I need to be eating. I need to be having less of this.
Does it matter how much you eat, say, in the morning? Because there's a study, like Swinburne University was saying, 2020 that is. Then it changed just recently. They said one has to eat breakfast like a king. But 2 months ago, James Cook did another one. And then they were like, no. You can just skip breakfast and stuff like that. What's your advice as a fitness
My
coach?
advice, because the thing is, honest truth is, studies are studies, right? But studies can be opinionated.
Okay.
That's the bad thing.
And it depends who's funding it.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
And yeah.
But I would 100% say the main thing you need to focus on in terms of that is personally have breakfast.
All right.
It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You don't have to have cereal.
Like
you don't have to have anything.
And stuff.
Yeah, you can have a yogurt and fruit. You can have
just fuel yourself.
Just fill yourself with something because food is your fuel. It's just as important as your exercise.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone will not eat and then go and teach a class and be like, I feel so sluggish. I feel so whatever. You know what I mean?
A bit,
yeah. Have something. Even me, when I know I'm in a rush, I take a banana. I take something with me because I know that piece of fruit.
Just have something for breakfast.
Yeah, have something because yes, your body will change. Like I said, 21-day rule.
Oh,
but understand that you can't just not have food in the morning. You have to have something because there's a lot of hours. If I'm waking up at 6, I got between 6 to 12 to think about eating something before lunch. You know what I mean? I can't just be like, cool.
And you'll be angry. You'll be angry. Yeah. You'll just be angry.
You know, eating is going to be a mood changer for you in terms of work, in terms of environments, in terms of etc. So why not just set yourself up and be like, okay, cool. This is how I am. This is what I'm going to do. These are the best things to structure me to get through the day.
Yeah.
And give my employees, my co-workers, the best version of me.
And you don't want to be angry at clients too, I'll tell you. So how can people arrange appointments, booking for you, man, my brother?
I would say if you see me around, I usually have business cards with me. But if not, I would say the best way to contact me is on my Instagram or even through my number. So my Instagram is Taffy, so TAFI _fitness.
We'll write it down there.
Or if you can't get me on there, then Taffy. So that's TAHTAFI. Those are the best ways to contact me. Or even my phone number, which is...
You're flexible, right?
Yeah, flexible because I got 2 numbers, so it's...
All right, yeah.
I can tell them my business one, yeah.
All right.
But my business number is 04
I'll write it down, yeah.
634 746. So give me a call.
What's that?
So it's 04 23 634 746.
Beautiful.
So give me a call, send me a text message, just being like, I'm interested in PT. I'm very mobile. I'm in Melbourne, Australia, so I'm very mobile. I do mobile PT as well.
Wow, that's good.
So if you want me to come to you, it just means mobile just means I can come to you wherever you are. Of course, the rate can be a little bit different. So you're in Geelong.
All right,
it's not going to be as cheap as if you're in the southeast. If you're in the city, there's like a general fixed price in terms of area.
Or you give them a quotation and all that.
Yeah, in terms of like how much it would be, and then my biggest thing is we'll do a session together.
Beautiful.
If you like what you experienced, 100%. Let's continue. If not, I can give you back your money. You know what I mean? Because that's the best way to be transparent.
Money back guarantee.
Yeah, that's how it is. Because it's like, because I believe in my abilities. I believe in what I can bring as a trainer.
That's
but
good
the same
too.
thing that I would say that it's good to have the understanding that be you. Don't be someone else because this is social media. You know what I mean? Because social media, as soon as the camera goes off, you're gonna see me in real life and be like, who's this guy? You know what I mean?
How about access to your material? You've got a YouTube page, eh?
Yeah, I have a YouTube page. I actually need to start uploading.
Yeah, you need to, man. I was checking it out.
Yeah, I need to. I need to get my camera. I need to get a new SD card because I lost my. I had an SD card with heaps of footage.
Yeah.
I cannot find it. So
it means you have to just have new content.
I need new content. 100%. I'm gonna make new content. I have a lot of people that want to be a part of the content.
What's the YouTube page called?
The YouTube page is just it's Taffy. So it's just my Instagram. So it's TAHTAFI. If you search that up, you should be able to find me.
I hope you come back again because I've got a lot of things I want to talk to. I want to talk about the youths. I want to talk about 100%. A lot of the COVID effects on you and stuff like that, and how people can get back to exercising after 100%. COVID and stuff. So I hope you come back again, man. I'll book in for another. This is Tafadzwa. Mpamhanga,
Yeah.
the Alpha himself.
Hey.
I want to thank you, man, for
Hey,
coming
no
to the
worries.
Pondora Show for
My
the first
pleasure.
time. And when you come back, we'll talk a lot, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
And all those tips you were talking about, I'll use them.
Yeah. 100%. I'll just say, send a message. Even if you don't want to train, just send a message and I'll be able to just help you. Little things if you just want to improve your form. I have heaps of reels and what's it called, other videos that will just help you to understand, technique of certain exercises. Also, what to do to improve yourself in terms of the gym. So, or even at home, Some people don't have limited. They have limited.
A lot of people are working from home too.
Yeah, that's how it is. Sometimes you just need a 5 to 10 minute break.
Yeah.
Go for a run, do a quick exercise, hit workout in your backyard or in your lounge. It doesn't matter where you are, but that's how it is. Even with your kids.
My brother.
Hey.
Uncle.
Uncle T.
Thanks.
No worries.
All right, cheers.